Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome to the weekend preview video for June 15th and 16th. It's going to be a fun weekend. We have a couple things coming up. We have Father's Day weekend and we have Move Up weekend on the same weekend, which actually happens every year, which is awesome that it gets coordinated that way. And so what is Move Up weekend? Well, Move Up weekend is when all of our kids move up one grade. So you'll probably notice this weekend that when you get a scheduling request that it might say that you're a fifth grade girls small group leader when you're used to being a fourth grade girls small group leader. Well, that's because we've moved up. We've all moved up. We're getting older, and it's worth celebrating. It's worth recognizing that these kids are moving up. They're growing up, and it's going to be a fun weekend to just celebrate change and to integrate these brand new fourth graders into our classroom. And so there's going to be some kids that are going to be up for the first time and they may not know what's going on. So if we could have all hands on deck this weekend, no matter what age group, small group you lead, just helping these new fourth graders get welcomed into the classroom, and also setting the tone for what it is that we expect in the classroom, and also the atmosphere that we want to integrate them into. We want them to have fun. We want them to be welcomed and to respect the environment around them, but also feel like they're loved and they're cared for, and that there's people around them that want to point them to Jesus, and that's what it's all going to be about. And so we're going to be finishing out our series that we started 3 weeks ago called We Are Loop, and it's been a series focusing on the topic of identity and how identity shapes everything in our lives. It shapes our purpose, and this weekend which we focused on last weekend, and then this weekend we're going to be focusing on how identity shapes our direction, where we're headed. And there's going to be an activity in your guys' small group bins that we're going to be doing to kind of set up the small group lesson for this weekend. And it's a pretty simple activity. It's a game that many of you have probably played before called Headbands or Heads Up, which is a popular game. And so there's going to be some flashcards in your bins with a bunch of random activities or character traits or just general Bible themes that are in your bins. And so they're going to throw one of the cards on their forehead, not look at it, just so everyone else can see it. And then the kids in the group are going to try and help the person that has the card on their forehead guess what it says by just giving them hints and clues, and then however many cards they get is the success of their time. And so you can put 2 minutes on your phone or on the clock to gauge that. But the theme and the idea is that there's a little twist, and the twist is to help them see that the thing that counts the most is not all of the things that we do, not all of the fun that we have, but the thing that counts the most is the direction that we're headed in. And if we're headed in God's direction, we're headed in the right direction. And so we're going to reward the kids for the ones that they got, that were the ones that focus on helping us know and be like Christ and be people that live out His character in the world. And so the focus for this weekend, as I mentioned, is direction. And so there's going to be an important tie-ins with that conversation and what we're going to be focusing on. And the big thing that we want to highlight, the big thing that I'm going to try and help kids highlight this weekend, is the direction that we head is normally set up by the people that we surround ourselves with, and the direction that they're heading. There's a famous quote that says, "Show me your friends, and I will show you your future." And what that quote is, I believe, is trying to communicate is the people that we surround ourselves with and the direction that the people around us are headed is the direction that we tend to take in our lives. And so we want to point these kids to Jesus, and we want them to see that God has a direction, God has a identity, God has a purpose for their life. But if they're not surrounding themselves with people who can speak that identity and speak the truth of who they are and what their true identity says, then the direction that they're going to head is not going to be in the direction of following Jesus, and that's a tragedy. And so we want to equip them with things that will hopefully help them see the value of surrounding themselves with Christian community, because it points us in Jesus' direction, and that's what it's all about. And so that's going to be coming up this week. Those are kind of the big themes to be looking for. Another thing that we have coming up next weekend is our Ice Cream Fun Day weekend, which is a celebration that we have normally at the end of summer and when we celebrate the start of school year. But this year we're going to be doing 2 fun days, which is awesome. Ice cream is awesome and fun is awesome. And so we're going to be having that next weekend. And if since it's a big Find Tell Bring event, I just wanted to let you guys know about it, because if you don't normally serve on the weekend that ends up falling next weekend, then you can let me know if you're available, because that's going to be one of those weekends where we have no idea how many kids we're going to get, and we have no idea what our attendance is going to look like. So the more people and the more awesome people, the better, which you are, and which is why I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity to invite you to participate in an event like this, and I believe that it's going to be a fun, awesome weekend of pointing kids towards Jesus and really just having fun with these kids, because that's what the weekend's going to be all set up around, is engaging them with fun and community together. So if you have any availability, let me know. That's all I have for this weekend. I'm looking forward to engaging kids as we point them to Jesus together, and it should be a blast. All right, see you this weekend. Talk to you later.